So no one would think otherwise if I decided to open like a joint account because I was his wife at the time. So don't shoot the messenger, but people do that. Divorce can feel like a hurricane with chaos, mayhem, just all the things going on. But finance is something that you cannot ignore, because if you don't pay attention to it, you could risk walking away not only heartbroken, but also broke at the same time. If you're new here, my name is Kat. I'm the founder of Thrive with Grace. I'm the Safe Space Coach, and we are going to go through and talk about the practical steps that people don't really pay attention to when they're going through a divorce. Please do know I am not an attorney. I'm not giving out any legal advice. I'm simply going to share with you some things that women and men that have approached me have gone through, and things that we should have looked out for, and they'll be the first to tell you, oh, I should have did this and I should have did that. So I wanted to just share bits and pieces of steps that you should take if you're considering going through a divorce and if you're going through it currently right now. I don't want you to do this thing where you say, oh, I'll figure it out as I go. I'm so emotional. I'm going through all of this turmoil, all of these changes happening. I understand you're definitely grieving during this time. You're trying to figure things out, but your finances cannot be ignored. Step number one, you want to find out where you stand financially. Write out all of your assets, write out all of your liabilities. Find out what things you and your partner, you and the person you're in a relationship with, own together, including debt, your house, pets, electronics. All of the things need to be laid out. You don't have to do this with your person that you're getting the separation from, but you do need to sit down and do this for yourself so you know what it is you stand to gain and what it is you could in fact lose. In different states, there are several different rules, which is why I say I'm not an attorney, but you need to do your due diligence. So for instance, I live in the state of South Carolina. So we have different rules than the state of California. So you need to make sure and find out where you stand financially and legally when you've been living with someone for a certain amount of years, because they do have common law marriages. And some of them have been dismissed, but some of them still stand. So find out where you stand. If you're in a common law marriage, then separating assets may be a bit more difficult than you think. So you need to know how that's going to work for you legally. You're also going to check your bank statement, your retirement, your health insurance, all of those things that you had going into the relationship and the things that you want to come out with you during the relationship. If you do not have a prenup, this is going to be essential for you, because sometimes you forget that you had those things together with your partner, and then when they come up during the divorce proceedings or during the litigation or whatnot, you don't want to get caught not knowing what it is you actually have. Number two, I want you to protect your credit and your accounts. I'm not telling you to hide your money or anything like that. I'm just saying that you need to know where you stand financially. It's important for you to know, again, what is in your name, what is in you and your spouse's name, what is in your children's names. Do you have joint checking accounts together? Is your name on the deed to the house? Is it on the title of your vehicle? These are things that you need to know, because it's nothing crazier than finding out that you actually don't own anything. You need to be prepared. I would recommend putting forth like a credit monitoring on your credit to make sure that no one's opening things in your name or with your information, because let's be real, this is your spouse. My spouse, when I was married, I knew his social, I knew his date of birth, I knew every single thing about him. So no one would think otherwise if I decided to open like a joint account because I was his wife at the time. So don't shoot the messenger, but people do that. So you want to make sure and check that nothing was opened in your name, including like credit cards, someone trying to get a mortgage, someone opening a joint bank account, anything like that. Monitor your credit, maybe even think about opening a separate checking account and savings account so that you can start putting money to the side on an account that is in your name specifically. The next thing I want you to do is start documenting everything, even the little things that you don't quite pay attention to. The trips to the grocery store. You want to find out how much your groceries are every week, every month, the frequency in which you go. Because if you do have children together, that means that you're not going to have joint income more than likely. So do be prepared to be able to handle those expenses separately. How much is the water bill, the electricity bill? How much is childcare? How much is the mortgage? How much is your car note? You need to know those things because 2 incomes is always better than 1. So if you're going to go from 2 incomes to 1, then you need to know where you're going to stand financially, especially if you're going to ask for spousal support or child support, because those things do come up when you're going through a divorce proceedings. In the state of South Carolina, if you've been married for longer than 10 years, then you can get spousal support, also known as alimony, as well as child support. So that's why I say, while I'm not an attorney, it's important to you to at least have a conversation with a divorce attorney to make sure that you understand what you stand to lose and what you also stand to gain. Lastly, I want you to make sure that you get professional help. Not only a divorce attorney, but maybe a financial advisor to help you plan for the future, because this is going to happen very quickly, and before you know it, you're signing divorce papers. I want you to get with a divorce coach, someone like myself, maybe even a therapist, to help you navigate your life emotionally. Because while I'm saying these things, it may sound easy to you, but at the same time, you're going through so many emotions and so much turmoil is happening because this is a new phase of your life. You're going through a grieving process. And I do not recommend that anyone go through a breakup, whether it's a divorce or a breakup, by themselves without A, talking to a therapist, or B, speaking with a relationship coach. If you decide that you do want to speak with a relationship coach, you can definitely send me a DM or click the link in my bio. I'm always available to you. We can schedule one-on-one sessions, or we can even put together a package for you. Now remember, this episode was not about preparing you to take from someone else. This is preparing you to protect yourself, because during these divorce proceedings, the person that you knew when you married is not the person that you know today. There were several things that happened during my divorce proceedings where I didn't even understand how my ex-husband could try to take certain things from me and could talk to me and treat me the way that he had. So I was blindsided, and that's another reason why I decided to start this journey that I'm on right now, because I thought about how many other women were not prepared for what's going to happen when you decide to go through with a divorce. I hope that this video and this episode was a blessing to you. Again, if you have any questions, let's set up a session, let's talk. But in the meantime, share this with someone that you know and love that's going through a divorce themselves, and be sure to like and subscribe for more episodes like this one. See ya.